What do these series of photos have in common? Piss eyes! South Park, in all of its infamy, is no stranger to shilling out their property rights to any corporation that throws money in Matt and Trey's direction, whether it be unknowingly or under the supervision of Matt and Trey. And I can't blame them. Once you have a popular show, you gotta ride your 15 minutes of fame till the wheels fall off, which is funny because that 15 minutes has now been an impressive 28 years. Dating all the way back to 1998 with the show's second season, South Park merchandise was plastered everywhere and could have been found at mall kiosks, Toys R Us, Hot Topic, GameStop, Spencer's, and even crappy arcade claw machines, inevitably spawning a bunch of iconic merchandise, with Mezco and Kid Robot producing the best South Park merchandise in the history of the show. You also can't forget about the local flea market selling bootleg things like body pillows, clocks, and questionable t-shirts. Kid Robot in particular looks like the ones now in charge of making new South Park plushies, and these all look really good, making some characters we've never seen in plush form before, and finally giving some love to the goth kids with talking and non-talking versions.
You must suck my golf balls.
I'm such a nonconformist that I'm not going to conform with the rest of you.
This is so embarrassing.
If you hate life, truly hate the sun, and need to smoke and drink coffee, you are goth.
With additional deep cuts like Damien and a box of Cartman's Cheesy Poofs. But among collectors, there's one toy line that haunts every South Park fan's collection: the 1998 South Park Fun for All plushies. Fun for All was a production company founded in 1995 and created by the Commonwealth Toy Company. It was predominantly made for making officially licensed plushies for multiple different brands, such as Family Guy, Happy Tree Friends, Sonic, and by far the company's most successful brand, South Park. Fun for All would only last 6 years, from 1998 to 2004, switching over to the Commonwealth name in 2005. To no success, unfortunately, only having a couple of sets released and many others unreleased or cancelled. Initially, there's nothing truly wrong with these plushies. The charming designs are perfectly captured in plush form here, with over 60 plus characters made by the end of their production in 2004. Series 1 would feature the 4 boys in their original outfits, and could have been purchased in a 4-pack, double pack, or individually. Along with the boys, the rest of the townsfolk would follow, including Chef, Mr. Hanky, Jimbo, Terrence and Phillip, Officer Bar Brady, Big Gay Al, Pip, Shelly, Wendy, Mr. Garrison, Mrs. Cartman, Ike, Mr. Hat, and my personal favorite, Stanman.
That's a huge bitch!
Additionally, Series 2, 3, and 4 would later re-release characters with different outfits, suction cups, and talking versions, with my personal favorite being the Talking Timmy. He comes with a little plastic wheelchair, and he's just so cool. I love him. But hiding among the mass production of these plushies would be one underlying design flaw that was going to take its time showing itself. Recently, I've been playing a game of I Spy with photos of South Park collections, on the lookout for an anomaly that has cursed collections for years, that being the strange yellow and black eyes on some of the plushies, particularly the Fun for All plushies. In almost every photo of someone's collection, there is bound to be a yellow-eyed Cartman or the very rare instance of another character having yellow eyes. But why? Why are these plushies so prone to having black or yellow eyes? You could just say people didn't really take care of them properly based on this photo on 4chan. Farewell, Cartman plush. But I think it's something deeper than that. It's not your regular cigarette smoke, and it's definitely not piss, or maybe it could be piss, I don't know. This Pip definitely looks like he has piss in his eyes, actually. During my research, I couldn't actually find what materials the eyes were made out of, but basing it off of other plush eyes, they are most likely felt eyes. To explain the black eyes, it really just comes down to people being dirty. Seriously though, white felt really likes to absorb dirt and dust. You also have to watch it though, because if you got black eyes, that also could be mold, and if you got moldy eyes, you just didn't dry them properly after getting them out of the washer, and then probably stored them in a moist area, most likely a basement. I also came to find out that these plushies were made with a fake material called
faux leather,
which was put on the feet of the characters. It was a good idea at the time, but these guys are like 20 years old now, and it's almost impossible to keep intact. Therefore, the real question that still remains unanswered is, why do these South Park plushies have yellow eyes? I've explained why they have black eyes and why they have moldy eyes, but this is it. The first problem was using white felt for something that was supposed to last a couple of years. It was definitely a bad idea. Felt ages over time, and white felt ages even worse. In combination with poor storage and weather conditions, people really neglected the shit out of these things. And from my findings online, the plush community are all in agreement that these guys are messed up. Luckily, there's people out there that are trying to restore these guys to cure them of their severe case of jaundice. So ladies and gentlemen, the true definitive reason why the South Park Fun for All plushies have yellow eyes is all because of old age.